Let me tell you what's going on in your mind. This is what people ask me to do whenever I say that I'm a psychology student or a psychologist. But can a psychologist really read anyone's mind? We have reached infinite boundaries of space, but the researches on our brains are still going on. Human beings are the most complex beings, and it is almost impossible to predict why we behave in a way we do. Each and every day, many of us are occupied with thoughts and questions about ourselves and life. Who am I? What matters most in my life? What I want in my life? And what is the purpose of my life? And so on. Psychology is a scientific study of human behavior and mental processes. It explains why people behave in a way they do. Our behavior is largely determined by the things and processes going on in our brain. Have you ever wondered or thought why people ask you to cover your head whenever something happens? Why it is so important to wear a helmet and cover your brain and not cover any other part of your body? Because we need to protect our brain. It is what which makes you walk, talk, sleep, smile, enjoy, empathize, and many more things are controlled by our brain. For once, if physical health is impaired, people can cope. But if mental health is impaired, it gets very hard to deal with. Because I have seen physically disabled people living their lives so beautifully and happily, and I have seen people who got everything one can wish for and still crying, living sadly and cursing each and every day of their life. But is this a new concept? रामायण में जब राम वनवास गए तो राजा दशरथ उस सेपरेशन के पेन को हैंडल नहीं कर पाए और उस सेपरेशन के पेन और स्ट्रेस की वजह से उन्होंने अपनी जान गंवाई. अगर उस टाइम साइकोलॉजिस्ट होते तो शायद सिचुएशन डिफरेंट हो सकती थी. एंड टुडे वी आर फॉर्चुनेट इनफ दैट वी हैव साइकोलॉजिस्ट टू हेल्प पीपल आउट इन सच सिचुएशंस. The advancement in technology and life and the more growth we are making, the far more significant we are facing now. Stress, anxiety, depression, phobia, eating disorder, panic attacks, PTSD, schizophrenia, and so many more mental health disorders are getting so prevalent now. And the time has come when we need to address them and treat them. We need to take steps in order to help people out to live their life beautifully, happily, and satisfactorily.